Okay, we're going to move on to section 8.4, removing brackets. Okay, so we've done collecting like terms, and we did substituting the last day, and actually some really well answered stuff. Remember, ask questions if you're unsure about any answers. You can check your answers in the back of the book, and if you don't get the right answer, just ask me and I'll do out a quick solution just to check, make sure you've done it right. Okay, removing brackets. This is really important. Okay, it's very important because you will be using this all the way up to Leaving Cert. You have to know how to remove a bracket. Okay, so here it sort of explains how to remove a bracket, and it gives you some examples, and then it does a long example here. However, I'm going to do my own examples because I want you to have a good few in your copy, so you can refer back to them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sheet here, and your title is removing brackets, and the first thing I want us to do is, when we have brackets, remember going back to our BODMAS, everyone says do what's inside the brackets first. In these, because these are not like terms inside the brackets, you can't do anything with them. So the next thing you do is multiply, and remember what I said, when something's beside a bracket it's the same as saying multiply. Okay, so to remove, you might hear me say expand. It's the same as saying remove or multiply. Remove, expand, or multiply the bracket. We multiply what is outside the bracket by each term inside the bracket. We're not looking like for an answer, just a number answer like we did in the last section. We're looking for it to be simplified, to remove the brackets. That's all we're looking for. Okay, and you'll hopefully see this. So the first thing I want you to do is take down these notes. To remove, expand a bracket, and I could say multiply either, we multiply what is outside the bracket by each term inside the bracket. And I'm going to give you 10 examples, and I want you to clearly take down these 10 examples. I'm not going to give you a lot to practice today. I'm just going to give you, I want to make sure that you get this right first, and we'll be continuing with expanding brackets and in our next class as well. So even if you don't fully get it today, we'll still be doing it the next day. Now again, ask any questions please by commenting or by sending me a message. Right, examples. Remove the brackets. And remember, pause this at any time to take it down, re-watch it. So remove brackets. So what we do is we multiply what's outside the bracket, the 5, by each term inside the bracket. So there's 2 terms inside the bracket. There's an x and a 3. And the way I do this, just to make sure I don't forget any, I draw a line from 5 to the x. And what's 5 multiplied by x? We did it back a couple of classes ago. 5 multiplied by x, we don't put a multiply, we just simply write 5x. And 5 multiplied by 3 is plus 15. And that's the answer. 5 by x is 5x, and 5 by 3, 15. You don't have to simplify that. You can't simplify that because they're not like terms. Then we do, next one. Again, my red pen, I make sure I draw a line from the 7 to the x and the 7 to the minus 2, just to remind me that I'm doing both of those. Okay, 7 multiplied by x is 7x. And you can see how this one's slightly bit more difficult because there's a minus sign. 7 multiplied by the minus 2. 7 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 14. A lot of people will say 14 because they'll forget about the minus. It's important. Minuses are very important. So when you multiply, expand, or remove the bracket, it's going to be 7x minus 14. And you'll see these are going to get slightly more difficult as we go along. Or it's just certain things to look out for. Next thing. Okay. 3. And these are just dots, by the way, down the left. They're not minus signs or anything like that. So 3. And this time you can see we have a coefficient of x. A coefficient is a number before the x, so just be careful of that. So instead of 3 multiplied by x, it's 3 multiplied by 2x. So if we have 3 2x's, we have 6x. And 3 multiplied by 6 is just plus 18. And you can see each of these is just one line. So when you're doing these out, write out the question and write the answer underneath. Okay, next. 4 multiplied by 3x. 4 multiplied by 3x is 12x. And 4 multiplied by, and again look, here's a minus 2. It's a minus, so 4 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 8. Okay, one of the common things people do, they'll forget that it's multiply and they'll do 4 take away 2. No, when it's outside, you multiply by what's inside. Going back to this, to remove a bracket, we multiply what is outside the bracket by each term inside. So you should be getting the hang of these now. So we'll move on again. Now look, we have a minus number outside. So just be careful. It's minus 3 by 4x and minus 3 by 7. So minus 3 by 4x is minus 12x. And minus 3 by 7 is minus 21. Okay. Next one. You can see I've been using the letter x because it's the most common. However, it doesn't make a difference whether it's x, a, b, y, whatever. The same rules apply. So we'll go to the next one. Minus 2 times 5a and minus 2 times minus 3. So be very careful here. Minus 2 by 5a minus 10a. And when you were doing integers, a minus 2 times a minus 3 is a plus 6. Minus by minus is a plus. Minus multiplied by minus is a plus. So minus 10a plus 6. That's an a there. Okay, next. This one catches people out, but this is actually quite easy. It's a minus outside the bracket. There's no number. So remember in algebra when there's just a minus, that's the same as saying minus 1. Okay, so it's minus 1 times 9b is minus 9b. Sorry, I never did my lines. And again, you'll see why I do these later, these lines. Because when we move on to more complicated ones, it's good to remember to do each thing so you don't forget. Minus 9b and minus 1 by plus 7 is minus 7. 3 more to go. It's going to be... This one's different because it's got an A and a B. Again, same rules. No matter what's inside the bracket, multiply everything outside by each term inside. So 4 by 2a is 8a. And 4 by minus 5b, there's a minus in there, it's minus 20b. Minus 20b. Here, we have the number before the x. It doesn't make a difference. Just minus 3 by 2. Sorry, I'll do it in red just for continuity. Minus 3 by 2 and minus 3 by minus 6x. So minus 3 by 2 is minus 6 and minus 3 by minus, and minus by minus is plus 3 by 6x, 18x. And then the last one, you can see all of these had 2 terms inside. Okay, this one has 3 terms, but the rules still apply. Multiply what's outside by each term inside. So you're going to have 3 multiplieds here. Okay, so we have 5 by 2x is 10x. 5 by minus 3y is minus 15y. And 5 by minus 6 is minus 30. And now we've removed brackets from 10 examples. So if you please take down all those 10 examples and then attempt the questions I'm going to give you. Write them out exactly the same. Write out the question and then draw in your lines and then do your answer underneath. And check your answers in the back of the book. And if you can't get them, or if you've made a mistake, see what the mistake is. If you understand where you've made a mistake, correct it yourself. But if you don't understand where they've got their answer from, ask me and I'll happily do out a solution for you. Okay.